Good evening, folks. Melvin here. In gaming, great moments define a character. For some, it's the epic quests they undertake, the great adversities they face, or the oversized weapons they wield. For others still, their entire personalities rely on a dead wife or girlfriend. They pine for her, they dream of her, and in the quiet moments rise above their anguish to crush a man's head with a shoe or cut a dragon in half before curling up in the shower for a good cry. Because nothing shows a man suffering from grief like acts of extreme violence or bouts of extreme sobbing. Which is why I'm here to present the top 5 lost loves in gaming. Get ready, kids, because this one's gonna be a downer. Okay, so having your head stabbed off by a manta ray made of butt cheeks isn't exactly a love ballad for a new generation, but that doesn't stop Dead Space's Isaac Clarke from pining over dead girlfriend and Raisinette's understudy, Nicole Brennan, for not 1, but 2 games and an animated movie. And I get it, you have a special lady friend and only want the best for her. I have one of those, and she's totally hot and also real. I can relate. So you encourage her to take a job on a mining vessel headed to a colony known for outbreaks of violent insanity, where her ship is infected by an alien Cthulhu virus and she ends up killing herself with an empty syringe before her body's torn apart by space zombies. Oops, my bad. After finding her badly mutilated corpse on the USG Ishimura, Isaac begins suffering from black marker amplified PTSD, causing bouts of hallucinatory dementia where Nicole screams light out her mouth or turns into a cannibal mantis man. Then Titan Station is infected, and the only way to save it is to accept her death, destroying the marker and the entire asteroid in the process. A sacrifice that meant nothing in the greater context of the series since the moon turned into an alien and killed everybody anyways. You win some, you lose some. James Sunderland loves his wife. Like, a lot. Then she gets cancer. After she dies, his entire life falls into disrepair until a mysterious letter from said cancer wife shows up in the mail, sending him to #1 family fun destination and sex monster emporium, Silent Hill. Braving an army of both heffalumps and woozles as he searches through the ruins of a town populated by a woman who set her family on fire and an ancient and unknowable god avatar with a 7-foot butcher knife, James finally overcomes the hallucinations, demons, and an evil clone of Mary to get to the hotel the pair honeymooned at. All in search of the wife he loves so much it borders on obsession. Then he watches a tape of himself smothering her with a pillow, which he did because he's actually a crazy person, and fights a monster who looks like her, also because he's a crazy person. Racked by the guilt of being such a f***ing psycho, James finds his dead wife, has a full conversation with it, puts it in the back of his trunk, and heroically drives himself into the lake. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is love. Or so I'm told. Ah, the great lost love of JRPG history. Mysterious soldier First Class Cloud Strife and last surviving ancient heiress Gainsborough, brought together by deja vu in a surprisingly short-lived relationship that never blossomed into anything but cold, swarty death. After the loss of the Black Materia to the winner of the most copied hair in gaming award, Eris knew her life as a sheltered flower girl in the Midgar slums had come to an end. Journeying alone over the sea, she reached the village of the ancients and said a single prayer to the white materia, summoning Holy to oppose Meteor, just as Sephiroth plunged the Masamune through her chest, killing her instantly in front of the only man who ever stole the memories of the only man who ever loved her. Then you fight a boss. Not only was Eris's death a blow for Cloud, but it was also a blow for a certain child who wasn't yet used to the idea that a standard party member could die halfway through the game. It also sets up the entire extended Final Fantasy VII universe, with Eris' spirit preserved inside the livestream to help them battle a reborn Sephiroth during Advent Children. Sorry, Tifa, but this Cloud's only got one love. Though it was technically you before that whole Zack mind-meld thing. That's a bummer. Childhood friends turned married couple Dominic and Maria Santiago knew they would be in love from the moment they first set eyes on each other, never imagining that the emergence of the Locust Horde would kill their entire extended family and turn Maria into a babbling lunatic who ran off to join the vagabond trash people. But when she disappears, Dom never gives up hope that he'll find her, despite everybody else they try and save being already dead or immediately pulling a Shooty McSelf face. He and Marcus use every government tool at their disposal and fight their way through 2 full games of Locust tunnels to finally reach Maria's prison, where Dom opens up a metal sarcophagus containing the beautiful wife he's been chasing for so long. Except not. By the time they get to her, she's little more than a lobotomized zombie who can't even say his name. And tears in his eyes, Dom has no choice but to put the woman he loves out of her misery. All while Marcus just kinda stands there taking a whiz. But hey, what are best friends for? I'll tell you what best friends are for. Best friends are for being there for each other, and for laughs and jokes and shooting monsters and having fun. A best friend will always have your back. Right, Dom? Right? Just because Maria's gone doesn't mean Marcus. is gone. Dom, you still have a reason to live. After all those times you had together, when you were best buds, shooting and saving your wife, playing horde mode, driving a boat, maybe sneaking a kiss off screen, you can't tell me that didn't happen. And then Dom had to go and die. No! Great. Who's Marcus got now? The Cole Train? Anya Strauss? Third one? Being best buds is facing the mean waste together, not with Howdy Doody and the Tonka Truck Grundle Snatchers. These two meaty space marines were the greatest bromance in Sarah's history. The battleship Potemkin of a war-torn military machine obsessed with shooting glowworms. Two gears, if you will, turning together as only the deepest, sweetest man love ever can. And now it's over. Oh, Danny boy, the pipes are calling. I bet they kiss, though. And there you have it, the top 5 lost loves in gaming. So the next time your wife and or love interest die in an inexplicably tragic plot hole, forego the chainsaw guns and pick up any of these titles for a night of quiet reflection and stomping monsters into goo. It's better than watching Spanglish again. Trust me on this. Well, that's all the heartache we have for you this evening. I'm Melvin, and I'll see you next time. Hey folks, Melvin here. Sadly, not every great lost love could make the list, so I'm calling upon you to help me pick an honorable mention. Click on the picture of Zero and Iris from the Mega Man X series if you think they deserve the honorable mention, or on the picture of the Wanderer and Mono from Shadow of the Colossus if you think they deserve it. Last week, you guys chose Jack as the honorable mention for Crazy Hot Chicks, which is good because as we later found out, Tiny Tina is 13 years old, so bullet dodged. Be sure to click the subscribe button to keep up to date on all the latest videos. If you're already a subscriber and just want to see more of me, go ahead and click my picture to see a playlist of all my videos. There is not an undope one in the bunch. Anywho, all this tragedy is making me perplexingly horny, so I gotta go take care of some business. Melvin out.